welcome to the English Bulletin of IPR Department. I'm cheering Eden. Let's look at the top 10 news making headlines this week. On the eve of the auspicious occasion of Tendong Loram Fath, a traditional prayer by the Bongtings was held at Namchi Bazaar today. The prayers were conducted with the support of members from South Renzong, Mutanchi, Rong Tarjum and the local gentry. Tendong Loram Fath is one of the oldest traditional festivals celebrated by the Lepcha community. It has been informed that this year the ceremony is being observed, keeping in view the norms laid out by the state government due to the ongoing pandemic. The members of RMRT would be heading towards Tendong Hill, wherein full-fledged prayers and obeisance will be performed on Saturday. It may be mentioned that this year Tendong Loram Fath will be celebrated at Tendong Hill in a very small scale and as per the guidelines of the state government. As per the latest update from the State Health Department, the total number of COVID-19 positive cases reported till 8 a.m. of Thursday is 29. Out of 346 samples tested on RT-PCR, 27 samples tested positive. Likewise, out of 80 samples tested on rapid antigen testing, 2 samples tested positive. It was reported that all samples from Sundar Resort Facility Quarantine Center, Sikkim, Sun Pharma, Rongli, Chujachen and Renok have tested negative on RT-PCR. This takes the total active cases to 475 and total cured and discharged to 353. Cumulative total stands at 829. Increase in water level due to incessant rain on Wednesday night has wreaked havoc at different areas along the Rangit River in West Sikkim. The continuous heavy rainfall and flash flood caused Rangit to expand. The river water entered the bottom floor of the famous Kirateshwar Temple of Lekshep and caused significant damages. The flash flood has also caused a partial damage to the famous hot spring located near Reshi. Water woes were also reported from Namchi, South Sikkim, where the heavy rainfall has caused the town's drainage system to overflow. A district-level preliminary meeting with all the bank managers was held at the conference hall of DAC Namchi on Thursday. The meeting was attended by DC South alongside AGM of Reserve Bank of India and other officials. The main aim of the meeting was to address the issues related to Krishi Loan Mela and its affiliated schemes for the banking sector in South District. DC South, while addressing the gathering, urged the banks to work in coordination with the concerned department for the successful implementation of schemes under the department in the district. He also urged that Kishan Credit Card and other allied schemes shall be availed across the district for cash crops. Revival of economic condition of the general masses during the time of COVID-19 through Kisan Loan Mela was also discussed. It has been requested that effective mechanism should be installed by the concerned department for the distribution of any kind of schemes in the district. The meeting also saw the launch of Annual Credit Plan 2021 of Sikkim. Today is the 137th day since India implemented a nationwide lockdown to help curb the novel coronavirus pandemic. So far, India has recorded 20,27,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases, including 41,585 deaths. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh have reported the highest number of cases. However, infections are rising rapidly in states like Assam and Karnataka. Yet, India's recovery rate continues to rise and now stands at 68%. Unlock 3.4 is underway. Globally, there have been over 1.89 crore confirmed cases of COVID-19 and more than 7.8 lakh people have died so far. A day after the centre issued a notification to hand over the probe into actor Sushant Singh Rajput's death to the CBI, the agency on Thursday filed an FIR against actor Riya Chakraborty and a family member's father Indrajit Chakraborty, mother Sandhya Chakraborty, brother Shovik Chakraborty, apart from Riya's associates Samuel Miranda and Shruti Modi. The FIR also mentioned others in the accused column, implying that there may be more accused who are unidentified yet. The FIR was filed under sections pertaining to criminal conspiracy, abetment to suicide, wrongful restraint, wrongful confinement, theft, criminal breach of trust, cheating and criminal intimidation. Meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate, which investigates money laundering and foreign exchange violations, today has rejected Riya Chakrabarty's plea to postpone the recording of a statement. Riya, via her lawyer Satish Manashinde, appealed for the postponement of the ED summon until the Supreme Court hearing. Also, Mumbai's BMC today released Bihar IPS officer Vinay Tiwari from quarantine and asked him to return back to Patna on August 8. Protesters clashed with Lebanese security forces at anti-government demonstrations in Beirut on Thursday. Officers deployed tear gas on dozens of people near parliament. Demonstrators were angered by Tuesday's devastating blast, which officials say was caused by 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored unsafely since 2013. Many in Lebanon say government negligence led to the explosion, which killed at least 137 people and injured about 5,000 others. The explosion destroyed entire districts in the capital, with homes and businesses reduced to rubble. Dozens of people are still unaccounted for. Since the disaster, 2 officials have resigned. Early on Thursday, French President Emmanuel Macron also visited the city and said Lebanon needed to see profound change from authorities. He also called for an international investigation into the disaster. Meanwhile, a spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs Government of India has said that India will extend assistance to Lebanon after getting an assessment of the damage from the government there. The central government on Thursday released Rs 890.32 crores as the second installment of the COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health System Preparedness Package to 22 states and union territories. The package was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in March this year. The amount of financial assistance is based on the COVID-19 caseload in various states and UTs. According to the Health Ministry, this financial aid as part of the second installment will be used for strengthening of public health infrastructure, for testing including procurement and installation of RT-PCR machines, RNA extraction kits, TrueNAT and CVNAT machines. It will also help in the development of ICU beds, the installation of oxygen generators, cryogenic oxygen tanks and medical gas pipelines in hospitals. The fund will also help to engage, train and for capacity building of healthcare workforce and volunteers such as ASHAs on COVID duties. Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered an inaugural address at the conclave on transformational reforms in higher education under National Education Policy. The conclave was organized by the Ministry of Education and University Grants Commission. PM Modi joined the conclave through video conferencing. Union Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal and Union Minister of State for Communications Sanjay Dhotre participated in the event, apart from a number of dignitaries including the chairman and members, Committee for Draft NEP as well as eminent academicians and scientists. PM Modi said while addressing the conclave that the education policy was approved after extensive discussions for more than 3 to 4 years and taking over lakhs of suggestions into consideration. The Prime Minister has also said the centre's new education policy stressed on building job creators instead of job seekers and emphasized that the time has come for increased focus on learning, research and innovation in the field of education. A combined paper prepared by more than 24 experts in the Journal of Climate Change, published in 2011, had stated that by upgrading the drainage system in Mumbai, losses associated with a 1 in 100-year flood event could be reduced by 70%. On Wednesday, large parts of South Mumbai were inundated after the island city reported its heaviest single-day downpour in August in 46 years, with 293.8 mm of rainfall. The amount of rain that Mumbai experiences has remained unchanged over the last 80 years. The old drainage system, along with Mumbai's then abundant open spaces, allowed the percolation of water and its faster dispersal. The gradual concretization of open spaces has meant that the percolation of water does not happen the way it used to be. On Wednesday, many areas in South Mumbai, which usually do not see waterlogging, were flooded for hours. The city received the highest rainfall of the season with 12 hours on Wednesday, besides the highest ever wind speed. The torrential rains caused extensive damage to houses and public property. That is all we have for today. Please like and follow our Facebook page, that is the Government of Sikkim official page, for the most authentic news and information on recent developments in the government and the state. Thank you for tuning in.